Hi guys, it's Nat here. Hope you're all doing well. So I need to make some Christmas embellishments to send off. And I've been struggling with this one a bit, and I decided to get out my old papers that I used last year. I got the Couture Creations Naughty or Nice papers from Aunty Vera last year. So I have die cut some bits and pieces out of these. So I've just got the scrappy bits left over, and I hate to waste those. So I've been using those, and I also have similar bits like this that I have die cut some tags out of some craft cardstock. So I've been using these bits as well, as you can see here. I found this punch at the secondhand store during the year. So I thought I would drag that out and make some of your faux chipboard embellishments, I suppose you call them. So I spent a few hours last night. It's not the quickest one to do this, but I do love them. It's a great way of using those littler scrappy bits. Now that one I haven't put together yet. So this is what I have made so far. I've got a few bits here that I need to stick together, so I'm just sorting them out. There. So they're the ones that I made last night. And now what I did with them is put them all together, and then I went around the edges with a gold, I'm hoping it's an oil-based pen that I used. I don't know how well you'll see the gold on the edges, but that was a great way to finish them off. So I want to make a few more of those, and then I'm thinking of trying my Dimensional Magic on the top and see how they turn out. So I thought I'd make one or two with you guys, and then I will start putting the Dimensional Magic on top. So I have this little glue. I think I got this from Aunty Vera as well. It's Aileen's original tacky glue. I have that sitting next to the couch so that if I find a little thing that I want to make while I'm sitting down, I don't have to get up, come over here and grab my other glues, because I'm lazy like that. So what I might do is grab a bit more of my craft cardstock and just cut a few more. We've got 3 there. What I've been doing is 3 layers of craft cardstock and then the 1 covering layer. You can of course make these into, I was going to make buttons, but then I couldn't be bothered trying to put holes in them. So you could make buttons with them or little dangles, all sorts of things, but I thought I might just leave them as little embellishments for now. So I'll just cut enough of these out to make another couple. Of course, you could use the negatives even for stenciling. So you could stencil with that or cut them out and put them on a tag or something as well. So that's enough for another one. Now I'm just going to do enough to do another. I'm going to do 3 here, or else we'll be here forever because they are time consuming. But what I thought I might do is show that you don't need your scrapbooking papers. You can just use, of course, your book page. And I thought it'd be good fun to have a go and just do one with some music paper and one with some text and see what we think. That way, next year or during the year when I've got a whole heap of time at the TV binging on Netflix, I can sit down and make a whole pile just with my papers. So I might just cut that down. Now I think I want some of the music notes on the tree so that we can see that it is music. I hope you are all well, having a bit of fun. I put up before my panic buying op shop spree that I had on Monday, and then I went on last night and did the same with my glue, so I should be right for glue soon. So it's been very hot here today, 35 degrees, starting to get warm. And I was watching the news, and they showed a picture of the local beach here. Absolutely no one on it, which is so good. It's good to see the South Australians banding together to do the right thing and try and nip our latest outbreak in the bud. Okay, so I've got my 3 craft cardstock pieces, and I have I'll put my tree on that side, I think. So this is where it gets a bit messy too. So it depends what glue you've got, but I tend to just put a bit of a dob in the middle and then spread it around with the tip of the glue. Now this might take a while too. Oh, here it comes. Because you want to get it to all the corners. And then of course it gets all over your fingers, and then I've got to rub it off, and I end up with this sandy glue stuff all over my work area. Just press it down so it adheres really nicely everywhere. Make sure it's sorted together evenly. It's not too bad. Oh, and then throw your glue like I always do. Got a lot of projects I need to get done at the moment. When do I not say that though? I wouldn't have so many if I actually got them done. A bit too much glue down there. There we go. So of course you can do as few or as many layers of the craft cardstock, or I have made these before, of course, with scrap cardboard from packaging as well, which works just as good. I just decided to use the craft stuff because I'd already cut the dies out of it, and trying to sort of use up those scrappy bits. And then one more layer of glue for our top. So yeah, I must make some buttons out of this. I think that would look really cool when I've got a bit more patience and time. But I do like making, I've got a little butterfly punch, and I love making these with the butterfly punch and pretty scrapbook papers. That also looks really nice. Alright, so that's basically our little faux chipboard piece. It's just a bit thicker than just having the paper or cardstock. So I'll put that over there, and we'll do the same for the 2 ones with the book page and see how they look. Okay, so I've finished those 3. So the glue takes a bit of time to dry, so I might just let that dry a bit before I do the next step. But I love the way they look, especially the music page one. So it just goes to show you can use your old book pages. You don't have to use scrapbook paper, but I am on a mission to use up scraps. All right, so next thing I want to do while they dry is I will start Mod Podging with my Dimensional Magic, some of these, and see how they come up. And then what I'll probably do is do one or two to show you, and then I will go off and finish them all off and then show you the finished product. So I might just grab a skewer, and I'm thinking maybe to these, yeah, maybe these tweezers, just to hold on to it while I spread the stuff around, although I do have some non-stick ones. Yeah, they might work better. Not sure I want to grab these, whether I even need to. Let's start with this one. So I'm just going around in little circles and trying to make sure I move it to the edges. Just want an even coating on it. That one's looking pretty good, so I'm just going to move him over to the side a bit and we'll work on one of our green ones. You could just, of course, use your gloss Mod Podge or that medium or whatever. This just gives it that more of a dimensional, bubbly sort of effect. Which I thought might be, oh, nice. Don't do that though. Easy fixed. Just gonna move him away from that glue. Alright, so I think my gold text is going to stay on alright, which was the only thing that I was a tad worried about. I assumed it was oil-based, but it doesn't say on the texture, so I think it's a cheapie, so it doesn't tell me what it is. So I have got my grease-proof paper under here so they don't stick, and I've got it on top of it's just a gutted book cover that I have under here. I needed something sturdy so that when I've done this, I can lift them up and go and put them somewhere to dry without them all falling everywhere. Now, what I might do, let's just take a little break from that and show you. This is the gold pen I used, but any oil-based, I suppose, gold pen would work. And I grab these. And what I do is just on a bit of an angle run it across so it gets the side, but it also just puts that little bit of colour on the top. Don't know how well you can see that. So I'll do that with all of these ones. And let this dry, and then I can Mod Podge them. It's also nice because you're doing the layers of the board and you can see them a little bit. So if you do something like this, you don't notice that it's just so many layers of board. It covers it up nicely, makes it look pretty. Also, sometimes you get the white edges of the paper, so that's a good way of covering that as well, rather than having to ink everything like I usually do. I think this will work really nice with these paper ones, or book page ones, I should say. Also, because you're doing all the layers, you don't always get them perfectly even on top of each other, and this covers that as well. So yes, for whoever watches my book hauls and that, of course, because we're on lockdown there, bookshops closed. The funny thing was, the day before it closed, I had rung up and said that I'm going on temporary leave because I didn't want to put myself or my family at risk, and thought I'd give myself a bit of a holiday, but yeah, the next day they had decided to close, and then I think the next day they had to close anyway. So So that's worked out for the best. So no book hauls until further notice, but that's probably a good thing. I'll have a chance to tidy up, and maybe I can show some of my books, or me going through my books and finding bits and pieces in the meantime. So I am going to go off now and put the dimensional magic on all of these, and I will come back and show you the finished item. So here is the finished product. These are my little Christmas tree embellishments that I made, the faux chipboard ones. Now you can see from there the gloss on them. It's beautiful. They've turned out really, really nicely. So I'll just lift them up. Now it's hard with my light, I think, to show you too well. You can see the little bits around here of the glue that I was wiping off my fingers. But you can see the sheen on them, and that they've just got that sort of raised look as well from the dimensional magic. They've turned out to be beautiful, and I absolutely love that music paper one and the book page one as well. I think I'll be making heaps more of those. My gold pen stayed on there, so under all of the dimensional magic, so that's worked out really well. So they were awesome to make. So yeah, give them a go. If you've got those little punches and you're not sure what to do with them, it's a great idea to make your own buttons or dangles or just little chipboard embellishments like that. So be good, everyone. Have some fun. And yeah, if you don't want to make Christmas items, make some butterflies or buttons or whatever. Take care. See you later.